Zelators, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Africans are preaching for unity. We have seen that the problem of the African is because of disunity. So all these years, the African has been calling for unity. It's like what we are calling for is becoming so difficult to achieve, because when you look at what is happening currently in the continent, this is not the unity we are preaching for. We know what is happening in South Africa currently. Professor Lumumba has also added his voice and said that what the South Africans are going through isn't as a result of the blacks who are there. That what is happening, like his good friend created him, is Afrophobia, not xenophobic, because they are only going after their black brothers and sisters. But when it comes to the other ones who control everything in South Africa, they love to dine with them. The people that are making things and they control things, and what they are looking for, the jobs and other things, to the point that there are some places they can't even visit because of their skin type, they still love and cherish these people. The only problem they have is their black brothers and sisters who fought for them during the time of their struggle. He said that the blacks who are there even created the opportunities for the black South Africans, because when nothing was there, they made sure they created the jobs. And when we are talking about you getting what other people come into South Africa to get, it's not about unaliving them, looting them, destroying their businesses that they have labored for all these years.
Black South Africans are suffering from what is called the Stockholm Syndrome. They love their tormentors who are white. That is why it is not even xenophobia. A friend of me corrected me. It is Afrophobia. I wrote a letter to President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Yes.
And my argument was, South Africa is the anchor economy. Mr. President, don't allow vigilantism to be what defines how you deal with illegality. It is true that every country wants to document all visitors who are in their country. But you don't allow half-naked individuals to be running around the streets of Durban or Johannesburg, moving from shop to shop, trying to determine who is documented or who is not documented. And you don't allow them, particularly when you know that they are using derogatory terms, makwere kwere habane. They are telling Africans, leave. When I wrote that letter, I received several letters from South Africans.
Okay.
Some of them were very angry with me, and I responded to each one of them with history. Some of them then apologized. I told them, you cannot be in a position where you are telling everybody to go, and some of you are saying documented, some of you are saying all must go, and you are creating an environment where you instill fear in everybody. You are looting shops and all these. And none of the South African leading politicians, I listened to them, they were trying to justify the unjustifiable. And their claim is that fellow Africans are taking away jobs from them. A complete lie. Fellow Africans are creating jobs for them. If you've gone to South Africa, see individuals from Somalia, from Ethiopia, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya. They are the ones who are creating jobs where there were no opportunities, or there appear to be no opportunity. They saw them and they are creating jobs. So even if they were not documented, I would regularize them because they are adding value to the economy.
True.
But because, and permit me to say this very painfully, Black South Africans are suffering from what is called the Stockholm Syndrome. They love their tormentors who are white. That is why it is not even xenophobia. A friend of me corrected me. It is Afrophobia.
Okay.
It is Africans that they do not want. It is the whites who still control over 70% of their land. It is the whites who run an enclave called Orania, where blacks are not allowed.
I know Orania.
So when you look at it and you see even the very cagey responses by Matamela, Cyril Ramaphosa, it is only after 1 month that he's now coming up and making an address, trying to be as diplomatic as you can be. But you can see in his heart of hearts that he is with the men and women in the streets. Because these individuals, through their utterances, have led others to commit murder. 5 Mozambicans dead. They have led others to lose their property. The Ghanaians have taken away or repatriated nearly 300 of them. The Nigerians are saying, and then they are saying that their fellow Africans are criminals. You would imagine that if you took away all the criminals, then South Africa would be heaven without any crime. Yet statistics tell us 90% of those in jail and counting are South African male, which means that they are the ones who are committing the crimes. If there is one odd non-South African who is engaged in this, let them be dealt with in accordance with the law. And my good friend Julius Selo Malema said something with which I agree.
Yes.
They have started going for the foreigners. When they are done with the foreigners, they'll now turn on Veda, on Venda, Pedi, and Songa, giving meaning to that famous aphorism, if you remember, City by Martin Niemoller. First they came for the Jews. And I said nothing because I was not a Jew. They came for the communists. Then they came for me. And I hope that the administration of Cyril Matamela will do something about it. This idea that they are sending envoys is a scatterbrain. We must call it by its proper name. Don't they have ambassadors in Kenya? Has the Kenyan ambassador, the South African ambassador to Kenya spoken about it? And the ambassadors everywhere, have they spoken about and against it? And we must remember, during the struggle against apartheid, statistics tell me that anything between 40,000 and 60,000 South Africans were in exile.
Yes.
In Mozambique, in Tanzania, in Zambia, in Kenya. I remember living next to a South African family in Jericho, and they never left. As I speak to you now, it is estimated that nearly 1 million South Africans live outside of South Africa.
Okay.
Acceptable. So when one sees what is happening, this Afrophobia, where they are telling us, go and repair your country, and I think some of them have never traveled, and they must imagine that in Africa we live on trees, jumping from branch to branch.
Okay.
Perhaps some of them, we should give them a free tour of Africa, including Nairobi and Dar es Salaam and other places and Abuja, so that they are able to see that we cannot in good nature talk about African integration when we are not working together. And lastly,
yes,
they lose out. How many people have been taking their children in high school to South Africa? South African universities, tourism. I can tell you in the next 2 months, the South African tourism will be hit and hit hard. Those who are taking their children to university in those places will withdraw their children, and they are going to regret it.
Yeah.
But we ought not to do what they are doing. My view, we should not expel them. We should not mistreat them. What we should do is, at their moment of hate, we should show them love. Then they'll be disarmed. Then they'll know that they are in the wrong, hopefully. And then I hope to see that the leaders of these gangs should be arrested and prosecuted. It is only then that I'll know the South African administration is serious about this thing.
Prof, one of the things that is symptomatic of what we're seeing, when the state...
We also heard the President Cyril Ramaphosa confirming that they need to create the jobs, and that Cyril Ramaphosa coming out to talk about this thing is even late. The time that we needed Cyril Ramaphosa to come and talk and stop these people, Cyril Ramaphosa didn't do that. And it's like now that the problem has been caused or the damage has been caused, he's not trying to do damage control. And when you listen to him, it's like he wants to please his people, he wants to please Africa. You know, he just wants to be in the middle so that he will be safe. And Professor Lumumba is saying that these are not things that we should be allowing in this modern world, because the truth is, we are not the problem. He also confirmed to what Julius Malema has said, that when they are done with the blacks, the next people that they are going to target is their own people. And we've also seen the point that they are unaliving people because they believe that they look not South African. There was a 19-year-old boy who was just taken out because they claim that he doesn't look like a South African. The mother is in pain. And for how long will we continue to be doing this to ourselves? You love the people who are there, making sure that everything in your country, about 70%, they control everything, they control the land, they control, like you owe nothing. One white South African even asks, you claim you are liberated. What are you liberated from? Is it politics? Is it economy? Like you are not liberated from anything. But the same people are seeing their own brothers and sisters who only went to South Africa to work, to be the problem. Like Cyril Ramaphosa said, they want people to come in well documented. And we know, like, according to Professor, when you talk about the crime rate in South Africa, about 90% of the crimes are committed by South Africans, yet they are pushing it on the blacks who go into South Africa to also do something because they claim that they are committing crimes in their country. And like Professor is saying, if all these foreigners should leave, are you saying that you are going to have a crime-free South Africa? Cyril Ramaphosa is not acknowledging that the problem is not about the foreigners, and now they don't want people to take the laws into their own hands to go after the undocumented. When we know that this is the work of the police, the work of the immigration officers, yet the people in videos, we are seeing how they are going after people, asking them of their documentation. And for all these years, now they have even come out to talk about the 30th of June, and some of them are even expressing their disappointment in what Cyril Ramaphosa has said. It's like Cyril Ramaphosa is thinking about power, is thinking about having good relationship. And we are seeing that Ghana is also saying they want to take South Africa on, because some of the shops that they looted, they are legal people. Like Pio Lumumba is saying, even if these people are not legal, you have to regularize them so that the jobs that they have created will stay. You can't become me by unaliving me because you think that I have something. Look at the pain that you have caused to other people. People labor, look at their shops that you are looting. And we are seeing the videos and nothing is done. Now Ghana is asking for compensation because the people have destroyed the lives of many people. How can an illegal migrant have the money to establish this? Why not the South Africans going closer to their brothers and sisters, asking them how they are doing it so they can also learn, rather than trying to destroy what people have labored for? And like Julius Malema asked, ever since Ghana came for its citizens, how many jobs of these people have you occupied? Now your president is telling you, you have to create jobs, you have to do this, you have to do that. And Cyril Ramaphosa, you know this. When they started it, why didn't you tell your people that that is not the problem of South Africa? If the jobs are not created, how can the people get the jobs? Foreigners don't take your jobs. The jobs are not there for you in the first place. So it's sad that, like Professor said, they love the other ones, is just their own kind they do not want. Now look at the economy of South Africa. If other nations say they will retaliate, how will South Africa survive? And we are seeing that Cyril Ramaphosa is trying to play making it look like, yes, we should understand South Africans, they pay. What pain when they are not controlling anything? They don't control the land, they don't control anything. And now the blame is being pushed on their brothers and sisters who are only there to work, to find a living. So are we saying that because people are migrating to Europe, that is why Europeans are poor? Are we seeing them rising up against us because we are coming there to take their jobs? What about the United States? What about other places that we Africans also travel to? Should they push us out and claim that we are the ones taking their jobs? When Trump came and was saying that there's not going to be visa, cutting down visa and other things, we are not happy. The Africans are targeted. Yet Africans are targeted in their own continent, claiming that we are responsible for the reason to which other people can find something to do. And for how long will the African continue to be doing this? This is the time if we are talking about unity free trade area. We can't have it when we cannot move among ourselves freely. So our leaders must define the free trade area they are talking about. If we cannot enter into each other's country to trade, then what is the free trade they are talking about? We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, Southern Africa, and in South Africa.